she's just brilliant. She is the one that if I'd say realistically, if Arsenal said, Ian, can you just give us a name? I'd say Claudia Pina.
The fans should start getting excited because you know them games, especially on Sunday against London City, when Chelsea got beaten, Arsenal won. Like, I think maybe a few years ago that would have been probably a game where City probably didn't go and win.
If I'm Everton, I want some stability and I want some consistency, and I don't think at the moment, unfortunately for Brian, he's able to get that.
It doesn't seem to be clicking for Chelsea, but I think there's a long-term thinking with Bompastor and the squad that she's building.
Do you see Alessia Russo as a 9 or a 10? If you was playing against her, which one would you prefer to play against?
I would prefer to play as a 10.
Exactly. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Crossways. Me, Ian, Wright, and the great Steph Houghton. How you doing, Steph?
I'm good, are you?
I'm really good. You had a good week? It's been good?
Yes, have you?
I have to be honest. I've been up and down. I went to see my dear friend in Amsterdam, Dennis Bergkamp.
I mean, that's a big name.
I threw it in the night. It fell with a clang.
Just a friend.
Popped to see him. So that was really cool, and it was really good to see him and the family. You know, I'm praying that he comes back to Arsenal at some stage. So I went to see Dennis.
By the way.
He's one of the greats. You know, all the players who played with him, Thierry and everybody, they all say he's the best he's ever played with.
Really?
Everybody, yeah, he's the best player they've played with. And it was just really good to see him. So I was doing that yesterday. So it's been quite a good week. Obviously, we've done the launch of the Champions Cup, which was also cool, and that's going on as we speak. Can I say that? It's going on as we speak. Don't know what the score is at the minute, but like I'll be going on Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Yeah. You know, so what about yourself?
The finals at Emirates.
That's the Emirates, the great Emirates Stadium. You can't call it that when it's involved with the FIFA. You have to call it the Arsenal Stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't say Emirates for some reason.
Okay, I kept getting it wrong. About this tournament.
I kept getting that wrong.
Maybe speak about it in a bit.
Yeah, I kept getting it wrong, so I had to actually think about saying the Arsenal Stadium because you're not allowed to say the Emirates.
Busy weekend for me. I obviously did Football Focus and Final Score, which mixed in between watching the Chelsea-Arsenal game, which was good. A long day, but really good. And then
that was a great day.
Yeah, it was. You guys played well.
Honestly, can I just say, I didn't expect that because I think I said the game was going to be a draw, didn't I? I think I said
you said 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
You know, but like we played quite well in that. But like again, we'll speak about them, Chelsea. But like they're not where they're not where they're meant to be. So
I just want to have a little apology that my shirt didn't make the wall 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
And now I actually got into the loft, got my shirt out, and thought I'd bring it, but. The guys
did you always wear 6 as well, Steph? Always wear 6. I thought you was a number 5.
Well, it's England. I was always number 5,
right.
And then moved to City. And originally, when I first moved to City, they seen me as a little bit of a holding midfielder, which was typically the sixth position.
Right.
And my dad loved number 6, and my grandma loved number 6. So I was like, I'll go with 6.
Right.
But then it didn't really go with the England thing. But yeah, we moved with that one. So
yeah, but 6. Yeah, we got our shirts up. So
yeah, looks
I'm
cool,
really pleased.
Actually.
I'm really pleased about our
studio.
shirts. So we're doing a special one today because we asked for questions.
I love these ones.
Got loads of questions. Really, you know, I got so many questions that I was not overwhelmed, but I felt very happy to know that so many people are interested and wanted to send questions in for us to ask. So thanks very much for those.
It's so good when you see them all come in.
Yes, you do. And like Alex was showing me, she's flicking through and it was going for ages. I was like, oh, they listen.
I hope it just wasn't Alex sent the questions in.
So we got the questions. Yeah. So we'll do the questions. Let's do the questions.
Let's go for it.
Let's start first. Who's first?
Do you want to go?
Should I go first? Okay, let me go first. Chloe Marshall. Chloe's asked us, how long, it's a good question to be honest, does Brian Sorensen get? He's got 100 games managed, only 10 home wins.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's not very good, is it?
And you know what? The perception of that, I would never think that would be the case, 10 home wins.
No. They're very... I don't know what... You don't know what you're going to get, do you?
No.
Because, like, when I went to see him, I think I went to see him when he was playing United, and they weren't very good at all. They weren't very good at all. And then you watch them again, and then you see a little something, and then it goes back to, you know, inconsistency again. I don't know what the board are thinking of doing, because if I'm Everton, I want some stability and I want some consistency, and I don't think at the moment, unfortunately for Brian, he's able to get that. Especially when you listen to that record, 10 home wins in 100.
Because I thought it was just a thing of this season, because obviously the move to Goodwin, that it was becoming just because they've moved there, it's new, they've not won there, but 10 home wins is
not
okay for a team like Everton. And I think when you look at the table, especially, I was having a look before, like there's a group of clubs where it's Leicester, Everton, West Ham, Liverpool at this moment in time, where there's a big gap between them and the rest of the league. And you always see Everton in and around them places for the last few years. And for a club like Everton, I think, is Brian Sorensen the man to kind of progress them and to develop these young players?
Probably that's what the people upstairs will be looking at now, Steph. I know the injuries and the results, what they've had. I said the injuries and the big teams they've played is probably bought in time. But I think that unless Everton can find somebody that they're going to trust to really build something and trust them to build it, then what will be the point of getting rid of him?
And like, you've
something
got
has to
players
change.
like Kelly Gargo who wants to leave, and like for Everton to progress and to improve, you need them types of players to want to stay and see that Everton are building something, because ultimately, like the way that he wants them to play, it's very expansive, but you need good players to play like that. And it's probably similar to Liverpool in the extent of like they want to play a certain style of football, but for me, the best games that they've played, like you look at the Chelsea away game when they won 1-0.
They won 1. Yeah, they were good.
It was based on counter-attacking football and being strong defensively. And
why can't he build it on that, and then through that, especially when you're defensively, you're getting solid and you're consistently being able to keep clean sheets against good teams. Why won't you build it on that and then go from there in respects of what you're going to do going forward, and then try and bring players in to help with that system, instead of 1 minute you're brilliant defensively, the next minute you just go through you like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah,
I think that maybe down to the manager being, is he able to bring that to the team? I don't know if he is, because again it goes back to 100 games and only 10 home wins.
Yeah,
that's just not. That's not ideal at all.
No, not for a club like Everton. You look at, like, say, last weekend, West Ham picked up points, Liverpool picked up points, and that gap's getting smaller now between them 4 clubs at the bottom. You know
something? Do you think Everton, especially with their inconsistency, if they did get dragged in to the point where they might have to do the playoff, I think they're so up and down, they probably sneak out. They probably could win that game. But I don't know what Everton you're going to get. This is the thing.
I feel as though it's a very inexperienced team. If I look at the starting 11 and you see there's a bunch of young players that are trying to play this way that he wants them to play. And I think, you know what it's like when you're younger, Ian, and you're playing and you make a mistake, you probably beat yourself up for the next 10, 15 minutes. Whereas at this level, you have to just keep moving on as quick as you possibly can. So,
what do you think's going to What do you think they'll do? Do
you think you'll stick with them?
Can I be honest? And you never want people to lose their jobs, because, and I'm not just saying that you don't, but if you can't see a way forward in what he's doing, and again, that stat, 100 games, only 10 on, it's not good. You have to see if you can find somebody who's got the capability of building from the back. You got Ruby, who's just in front of him, who can really control the game. You got Vignola. You got some good enough players. Gargo. You got some players. So build from there. So if I'm going to be totally honest, I'd probably make a change. As bad as it might sound, like I'm saying, I don't want people to lose their jobs, but I'd probably make a change of everything. No,
but I think you're making that decision based on facts, which the facts at this moment in time is that Everton are not winning enough football games.
No.
And even the style of play isn't really getting them results. No. Whereas if you can see these games where 1-0 against Brighton on Friday night, Brighton was still in control even though it's 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas it's not really kind of Brighton are hanging on to a 1-0 win. That wasn't the game. I
think that they're another team that getting away with a lot because of the playoff probably system. I think that there's another team that feel like they can coast through because they might be just good enough to stay out of that bit, and it's not good. It doesn't give you the incentive to want to play well, the jeopardy of really playing well to stay away from it. I think they're just
Do you think that's been in like clubs' minds this season? That it's kind of not a free hit. I don't want to say it's a free hit, but there's not as much pressure because
that's what I feel. I'm not.
We can be honest here.
Yeah,
I think I do feel that, Steph.
I do feel that, Steph. I feel like it's that if there was more than one going down, and they weren't playing. I think people might be trying harder because, whoever's adrift, you can just feel like, well, they're not going to catch us. We can carry on being mediocre. That's what we can't afford that with this league.
Being mediocre would beat the third place team in WSL too, because when we were predicting the FA Cup draws, we had no shocks in there, did we?
None, no. So you'd feel like Everton. If I'm an Everton player now, you're watching, especially when you watch the FA Cup, they've won all the games, all the teams that's meant to win. If I'm an Everton team now, in the current climate, I'd feel quite confident about how we're playing now, and if we did get into that situation.
Yeah.
Right, what you got next?
Oh, City question. Becky H _99. When can us City fans get excited about potentially winning the league?
Can I be honest? Straight off the bat, I know that you can't say it straight off, but I'd probably be quite excited now. I know they got Arsenal and Chelsea coming up. Well, no, they have got Arsenal and Chelsea coming up, haven't they? And they're 9 points. I can't see them losing 2 games. Even if they lost those 2 games, I think they'd still beat everybody else. If I'm going to be totally honest, I'm probably starting to get excited about it right now.
Yeah, as someone sitting here as a fan, I can feel that little bit of excitement. And you know what? The fans should start getting excited because them games, especially on Sunday against London City, when Chelsea got beaten, Arsenal won. Yeah. I think maybe a few years ago, that would have been probably a game where City probably didn't go and win. But they went and won. And even if it was the last 5 minutes, you're getting a goal, but they still went and got the 3 points, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters,
but 9 points is huge.
But can I say the first goal, what they scored with Viv's pass through to Carolyn, was a brilliant goal.
Oh.
They just looked, you know what, they look quite, I really do like Carolyn, but they do look very solid. Hasegawa, I was watching it. She was just the way she dropped off.
Makes it look
she
easy,
just really makes it look easy. And the thing is that if you're not going to come off and cause her problems, because she came off, turned, she was able to pass it into midfield, and then they could go from there, get it to Viv, and then all of a sudden you've got a problem because then Carolyn and Bunny's up there getting ready to run into your back four. If people are not going to take care of Hasegawa and let Hasegawa come and receive the ball there in that back three and then pass it through the midfield, you're going to get murdered.
Yeah. And even Bunny probably had a few chances in that first half.
Yeah, she did.
And what I like about Bunny this season is that she just keeps going.
Well, you're going to get more chances.
And also the goal that she scores, even though it looks a very simple goal, I can imagine you're feeling the bit of tension because you want to win the game and you're 6 yards out, but you just place it in the bottom corner and you need that composure in them minutes. But City fans get excited.
They should get excited.
For me, this game against Chelsea on Sunday, it's a big game just because it's Chelsea at the Etihad, the position that we're in. It's not a position that we've been used to, being top of the league and that many points. But it's a game where we just don't lose.
Yeah.
Literally just pick something up and just keep that gap as big as you possibly can.
Yeah. I'd probably say to City fan, because it's easy for me to say it because I don't feel the pressure of having to get it done. But City can probably start getting the T-shirts ready, getting the champagne bought and everything, because I could see City doing. And you know what? The way they've played this season, they deserve it.
I do think they've been the best team defensively and in attacking. I think they've been a bit more creative than other teams. Can
I just say, just quickly, on the London City Lionesses and the way they played in that game, they did make it quite difficult for City for a while, but there should have been chances that City could have scored and finished it off, especially one that came over to Bunny, and I don't know how she managed to miss the whole thing. She jumped over it or something, but she could have scored then. It could have made it a lot more comfortable. But watching Izzy Goodwin, and obviously she's top scorer in the championship last season, in the WSL 2 last season. And you know the saying of the level, the difference in level coming to the WSL to then showed in some of the chances that she had.
You're going to go about the save in the first half.
The save, obviously the hitting the bar and the stuff, and then the one where she was through, her touch weren't good enough for her to take her through so she could get a shot off with her left foot. She tried to backheel it and then come back for it, and someone just came and took it off her. I think it was Hasegawa. Mm-hmm. Some of the chances that she had, all I would say to her, because she looks like she's very dynamic, she's a great runner, she can really get onto that.
I don't realise how tall she is,
Yeah, she's quite tall, and she's got good pace, obviously. Yeah. And I think that what she should be working on now is less touches in the box and trying to make sure that she can finish a little bit cleaner, because I still think she's in that mode where she thinks she's got that kind of time. She hasn't got that time.
Because that chance in the first half, even though she's through on goal, she's not really through on goal, is she? Because is it Jade Rose's like breathing down the back of her neck. She's trying to put her off, and she still has the speed to get away. But I'm presuming in the Championship, you're probably a little bit further away from the defender.
Yeah, and the fact that when she's in the box, she wanted to put her foot on it to come back to get it again. You're not going to get that in
Do you not find it mad that we're speaking about her with a team, London City have signed all these unbelievable superstars?
Yeah, and they're still talking about Izzy.
Gioro, how is Gioro not playing?
No,
not
what's happened?
I don't know. Surely if you pay that much money for a player, like, she's an instant starter.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we're not talking about...
So, like, say, Olivia Smith for Arsenal.
Yeah.
She started most of the games for you guys, and rightly so.
When she was going there, Gioro, you're thinking, good signing, right? Yeah. Okay. Offensively, very good. But it doesn't... At the moment, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working out. But I do believe that Izzy Goodwin is somebody that, if she can get up to speed, she'll be very dangerous. Very dangerous, because she's got the attributes to cause so many problems.
I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Did you like the brass band on Sunday?
No, and you know I didn't.
Yeah, let's just no brass bands, please.
You know something? It's just the brass band.
The group was
with
going off.
Listen, brilliant, great, trying to do the atmosphere, but the songs you're choosing, especially, what was the song with the brass band? Valerie. Why is that the only song they know as well? The brass band.
I knew how to tee you up for that.
You know, the thing is though, Steph, with it is just the way it was. I'm watching the game. And it's just droning on.
Yeah.
It's not even at a pace where I'm thinking, it's like
not getting anybody up for that
honestly,
game, I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking, gosh, the brass band, and then it's just in my head. And then Valerie was in my head for the whole day.
I had to say it because it was on my mind.
Right. What you got next? What?
Ava_Reed 56. What are your guys' thoughts about new Champions Cup that starts today?
Yes, that started today. I think Gotham lost to Corinthians 1-0.
It's a surprise.
So hopefully Arsenal can beat us far, and then they can play at the Emirates. But I'm delighted with it. I think it's another, for me, it's another global eyes on the women's game, another opportunity for, the girls to play another tournament with good prize money. You know what I mean? Raising the standards of the women's game, because we know that this is going to feed into the Club World Cup at some stage, because that's another thing. Because, like I said the other day when I went to do some promotion for it, is that the more we can get the women's game to raise its standard across the world, every community, the better it's going to be, because we need these competitions. We need to raise the standards of the games. More girls want to be playing, and we have to put competitions like this in place to get the eyes on it for them to get to play. You want to see the different styles, what we're going to see from different places in the world, from Asia, from South America, from Africa, from everywhere. And that's what you want. You want the game to reach all those corners so everybody can have a proper opportunity to play against Arsenal, play against Real Madrid, play against these top teams.
Yeah.
So I'm quite pleased that it's come in. Obviously, it being the final being at Arsenal, hopefully Arsenal can beat us far and they can get to the final, because it's silverware and it will get bigger. And I'm pleased about that. I'm really pleased about that. I'm delighted for the girls, because, like I said, there's a lot of prize money in it, and that's what we need. We need the eyes on it, money in the game, feed through the grassroots of the game, and then feedback through to give people the opportunity.
I just worry that it's not really been spoken about that much.
Well, that's the thing, because it's new. It's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And it will be spoken about much. When I saw some of the clips at Brentford, fans are loving it.
Oh, the Corinthian fans looked amazing.
Brilliant. What I mean? So that's what you want. Once you get the attention, once you get the attention on it, and people can see it, and you can see different players from different continents, of course it will take off.
Yeah.
And FIFA have to do this. This is what has to be done.
Yeah, I think where it lies in the season for Arsenal, obviously, is probably a bit of a... It's frustrating for you guys, because you go and beat Chelsea, and then you probably want to play this weekend in WSL just to get the points on the board, knowing that City and Chelsea are playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I think for me, like what you said in terms of playing against different teams, different sorts of players.
Good bonus as well if you win.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for me, I just want it to be televised. I want it to be at a time where fans can go.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the first game's on in the afternoon when probably kids are at school.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think we have to start somewhere. And if this is the start of it, then let's see how it goes this weekend.
And the thing is, it is they are going to try and find a way to ease it into the curriculum. The football like curriculum, and where it's going to be, because it's going to be needed. It's something that should be in the women's game. So I'm hoping that will happen, because FIFA and WSL and the leagues, I should say, Got to get together and make it work.
Yeah, for the girls especially.
Make it work for the girls, yeah.
This question was from Green Panda 4981.
Mm-hmm.
Has been so successful in her first season being Bompastor's downfall this season, in the media at least?
When you watch Chelsea, like I watched them the other day, and of course it's not Emma Hayes' Chelsea. I think there's the cohesion at the back, the midfield, and up front is missing. And what you used to have with Chelsea is that every one of those compartments of that team worked. Mm-hmm. And if it weren't working well, one of them was working to cover it. You know what I mean? They looked they look disjointed.
Yeah.
They don't look as confident as they've been. And I think that, obviously coming off of last season and winning it, you are expecting, and Chelsea are expecting, because they've won it so many times.
Yeah,
you're not expecting.
Standards are crazy.
The standards are through the roof, and rightly so, because they've been the standard bearers, winning the league. But they've dropped off so much, and you can see it in the games that they've played this season. They're not as dominant, and obviously they've had the injuries, loss of form with certain players, but like it's just not the same. Mm-hmm. They're just not the same, and I think there's going to need to be some form of, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say clear out, but there's going to need to be some form of like change in the summer with what she wants, because they're all her. She's got her players there. Mm-hmm. She has got the players that she wants.
I think the only thing
there.
that she's changed is probably the style that she's trying to implement, and I think with a change of style, it does take time. And you look at that game against Arsenal on Saturday, that 3-4-3, or whether you want to call it 3-5-2 formation, depending on what kind of part of the game they're in. I think that is something that she's wanting to build, and she's wanting to probably replicate in the sense of the men's team, because they did that a lot through Enzo Maresca. But I think for me, it's a transition for Chelsea. I feel as though even though the manager's the same from last year, I feel as though they're building for the next few years. I don't think they're building necessarily for this season. And I think we have spoke about Chelsea winning the league, and rightly so, because of the history that they've got, and how many times they've won it is an absolute joke, but and also the players that they've got there. So I think for me, you've got to get credit to the other teams, because I think teams are investing in players. They're making that competition, that kind of gap a little bit smaller. But I do think that Arsenal got their game plan spot on against Chelsea on Saturday, in terms of them transitional moments, really hitting them really quick with fast attacks at the back three. But it doesn't seem to be clicking for Chelsea. But I think there's a long-term thinking with Bompastor and the squad that she's building.
Well, that's what you think with Chelsea.
But still, with the players that they have, they should be winning.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. I think that they've lost that aura of okay, Chelsea's coming. It's just not clicking through the midfield and getting to them. So as dangerous as it seems in patches, some of the times it looked like I could see what they could try and do. It's not quite working. And like you say, Arsenal were very good when they broke them down, and then they were able to attack them very, very quickly. So I think there's got to be a massive turnaround at Chelsea. Are they going to give Sonia Bompastor the capability of doing that? Because I feel like things need to happen with their midfield, with the front. You look at someone like Aggie Beaver-Jones, she seems like they've disappeared.
I thought they would have brought her on earlier,
I thought they would have brought her on earlier as well. But again, she came on and, she hardly made an impression on the game. And that's, for me, down to the fact that they're not consistently good through the midfield at the moment. And they're not really good up front at the minute for some reason.
You're obviously missing Kira Walsh, which is a big miss. But then at the same time, Chelsea have always been good when them chances come to take them. And on Saturday, they didn't in previous games. You look at when they got beat at Everton, against Everton at their ground, how many chances they had, and they weren't clinical enough. And that's something that Chelsea have always done really, really well.
And you look at like Everton, we've spoken about Everton. There's no way, even with this Chelsea team, that Everton should be beating Chelsea.
No. Definitely
so there's a lot of things to be done at Chelsea, and it's been interesting to see what happens with Sonia at the end of the season, especially with the stuff that she had with all that social media problems she had with people slaughtering her. So it's going to depend on what frame of mind she's in. Has she got the stomach for the fight to build that Chelsea team back to where they expect to be? And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with them in the summer, at the end of this season, once City have won the league.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for you. M. Scott, do you see Alessia Russo as a 9 or a 10? If you was playing against her, which one would you prefer to play against?
I would prefer to play as a 10.
Exactly. Yeah. So that answers the question for me. She's a 9. She'll be judged on goal scoring. She should be played as a 9.
Not that she can't play the 10, and I think she does a really, really good job. But if you want the best out of Lessie, it would be in that number 9 position where she plays for England, where she's leading the line, she's able to press, she's able to be a handful, she can come into the pocket, she can run the line. So, I think it's a no-brainer. We're on the same page there.
Her closer to goal, her instincts in front of goal. You know what I mean? She's more clinical. You can see it. A link-up player, clinicalness in front of goal and everything. It's all coming together. So the older she's getting, the more she'll realise, I want to be closer to there. I want to be closer to there.
And also all the work you do is like defensively as a 10. Like you want her energy when she's in and around the box.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And we're hearing like people like Georgia Stanway, Reuteler, coming to the club. You know what I mean? That might be something. Mariona to be the 10 is quite exciting.
I'd love to see Mariona in that actual 10 just by herself.
Yes. Just you. That's you, Mariona.
A goal on Saturday. Sorry to keep going about this game, but I think the only player on the pitch would probably have that composure would be her. Just
calm in the way she just like sidestep and bam. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Big fan.
You know something? Naomi Gurma's challenge there, I thought it was really, really like basic.
It was
so she committed herself so much. I'm thinking.
You see that so many times though in this league, though, Ian. Like when people are on the edge of the box, like just stand up and be big. Like don't let them decide. Yeah. Don't give them the decision yourself, because she actually comes out, and I love the intention of trying to like get up to the ball.
Yeah.
But like the way that you're shown, it's just you can't stop. You can't put the brakes on. So for someone like Mariona, I think, just to get it out of our feet and just.
And you know what's really great about it is the time you scored as well, because Arsenal, when Beth scored, I don't even think I came out in time, but by the time I came out for us, she'd scored.
Were we having prawn sandwiches or something?
I was just coming back in. No, I was taking photos with people.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to be nice.
Such a legend, aren't you?
I was just trying to be nice. But so we scored, but then, for that chance to come when it came, and again, Chelsea, they're not taking a chance at the minute. You did feel like if Mariona took that chance when she took it, I think this game's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you wouldn't want it to fall to anyone else, because her composure and her finish there was really, really good. But again, I mentioned Georgia Stanway may be coming. Mm-hmm. Reuteler might be coming. And then Mariona playing in the 10. Just leave her in that position. Don't mess her about, bring her back, put her in an 8 or anything. Leave her there and let those two players, if those are the ones who are coming, get on with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. That's quite exciting, especially with Lessie, like the question was asked, 9 or 10, staying up there as a 9.
Just let her be prolific.
Just let her be. Yeah. Just let her be. So, we prefer her as a 9. Mm-hmm. Right?
Correct.
Right, what you got?
This is our last question, so thank you guys. Nicola Tuel, I'm going to say.
Tuel, yeah. Tuel.
Who is the signing you both want to see at your club, and be specific, please?
Okay. So if we're going to be specific, then I can't say Trinity Rodman, because that's just like the massive sign that you think, brilliant for the league, for everything. But there's no way the NWSL are going to let her go. That's why you saw her get the contract she got. But if I'm going to be totally honest, Claudia Pina. Claudia Pina, Spain and Barcelona. I was looking at her, 16 appearances, 14 goals, 5 assists in Liga Femenino. She's just brilliant. Mm-hmm. She is the one that, if I'd say realistically, if Arsenal said, Ian, can you just give us a name? I'd say Claudia Pina.
Yeah.
Go and get her from Barcelona.
It's not a bad name, is it, really?
It's a beautiful name as well. Every time I watch her, she always does. She shoots well. She makes great runs.
Yeah, I love her finishing.
She's brilliant. She is.
She's got some great goals.
Yeah.
Dream signing. Could I be greedy and have Bonmati and Hasegawa in midfield?
See, no, you can't have them two, because that would be unfair on everybody else in the world.
But imagine Bonmati in midfield for City with Hasegawa and Bunny.
Do you think Bonmati will be thinking of at any stage? I fancy trying the WSL. Surely at some stage she's got to be saying that. Someone like Pateas, Bonmati, you want to see them in this league. I'm not saying that the league.
Wasn't Pateas at the game on the London City game? Yeah.
She might be checking. It wouldn't surprise me if you see,
the
again.
rumour mill's out, I reckon.
Yeah, of course it is, because there's no way Michelle Kang's not trying to get her or Bonmati. That's what she does.
Okay, well, we'll have Bonmati and they can have Pateas.
Honestly, you know something? I'd love to see them in this league, because as much as I do love Barcelona and what they've achieved, in the Champions League and everything, I think those players do need a longer test in respects of their league.
Yeah, because the league is it's nowhere near.
It's not competitive enough for them.
Yeah.
For her, you know what I mean? We know that she wins the Ballon d'Or just because. I think she won the last one just because. And what we need to do is we need to see her in a league where it's going to competitive every week. Then you see her go to international football and just continue to do the same thing. Then you can judge her on that. But like I think with the Spanish league and how it is, and I'm not being disrespectful, I'm just being totally honest. I'd like to see her in this league, and why not somewhere like Man City? Why not?
Why not? Because you see like players coming over from America to play Champions League football because of that competitive nature. And I do think, even though we've both chose Barcelona players, it would be amazing to see that type of calibre of player come into the league and to raise the standard even more. So I think they were pretty good picks then,
I think they're really good picks. I'm really impressed with my
Very
pick.
Expensive. Yours was really good. I mean, mine was just because I'm just a big fan of Bonmati.
Yeah, but we all are. But like, I'm saying it, so Arsenal can go, wonder if we could just test the water with them.
In case anyone's listening to the podcast.
Test the water with them, because I think that's the kind of player Arsenal should be going for. You know, I mentioned Trinity Rodman. There's no way the NWSL are going to let her go because of what she brings to the league.
With her new pay packet anyway.
With her new pay packet, and good luck to her. And that's what they had to do. That's what they had to do to keep a player like that, because you start losing, if you're that league, and you start losing players like Trinity Rodman.
She's a superstar, isn't she?
You're literally turning the lights off in the building.
I was speaking to Sandy McIver about Trinity Rodman, because she's the same team as I. And she said, honestly, Steph, it's just another level. When she comes out to play or to warm up, it's just the noise level is just crazy. So I think until you're probably over there, you don't realise how much of a
massive star
she is. Yeah.
Well, at some stage, listen, if you're an ambitious...
Not that we haven't got stars.
No, we've got stars. But like what I'm saying is that at some stage, yes, they've given her the big contract, and brilliant. Good luck to her. But at some stage, she's going to want more than that.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
it's not going to be just about the money.
No.
Because at some stage, you can't tell me that if you win the World Cup, at some stage, she'll win the league of her team. You want to win the Champions League. You want to play. Why wouldn't you want to see someone like Trinity Rodman playing against Barcelona?
No.
Playing against those teams. That's what you want to see. And I'm sure that at some stage she'll want to test herself like that. So we'll see how that one plays out.
Yeah, we could be agents, couldn't we?
Yeah, let's see if we can sneak her across. Right, Steph, it's predictions time before we go.
I think you should do the scores.
Okay. Should we do this? Okay.
I'm going to, go on.
So last week, it's not like I caned you in it over. Last week, Steph got 2 points.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
Yeah, but I only got 4 points.
About inconsistency. That's terrible.
Yeah, but I only got 4 points. But you know what? At least I'm catching hold of you a little bit. So Steph, you're on you're ninth with 64 points. Oh, and I'm like, gosh, it's so.
I'm bottling it.
I've got 52 points. I've got 52 points. I'm on I'm 37th. I think another couple of results, and I'm back in there. But look, who's first? Beth Terry, 74 points.
Oh wow,
that's not bad. She's 10 points more than you, but Beth Terry's killing it.
Right, we need to be better this week.
Right, so Brighton versus London City Lionesses. I liked the way the Lionesses played last week against City. I don't know if it's just because City are the best at the moment, and they raised their game for them, but I thought they were good, and they should have scored a couple more goals. So that's going to sway my decision. What are you going with?
Brighton are going to
win. No. What are you going with?
Yeah, I do think London City will win. I think they've got too much for Brighton at this moment.
See, I gave you all that lead up, and it's kind of swayed you to go.
What he said.
What are you going to say?
I'm going to go 2-1 London City.
2-0 London City, I'm going to say.
Fair play.
Right. Everton Villa.
Everton at home. I'm going to have to go Villa. I'm sorry. 2-0 Villa.
I wonder if Everton's going to go on one of those, and they're at home as well. Gosh, they don't win at home. Should I try something
this weekend?
You know what? If I try something, it might get me some points against you, because can Everton find something against Villa? I'm going to say no. What did you say?
2-0 Villa.
2-1 Villa. Please prove me wrong, Everton. Please prove me wrong. Right, United Liverpool.
You know what? United were good the other day against Villa.
Good, yeah. They were very good.
I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0 United.
Yep. Even though Liverpool got their first win of the season.
Meyer and Jansen at the back are playing really well, aren't they? I'm not going to give them any goals.
Jess Park's on fire.
I wonder. 4-0 United.
Oh, yeah. I honestly think...
I could see that, we didn't see that last week.
Liverpool, but it's more about Man United for me.
Yeah. West Ham Spurs. Tuva Hansen's just signed for West Ham from Bayern Munich, which is a bit random.
What's a big signing?
It's quite a big signing, so I wonder if that's going to make a difference.
Martinez firing again as well. I'm still going to go Spurs, though.
You're going to go Spurs?
2-1 Spurs.
You're doing 2-1. How many 2-1s?
I know, but it's the most popular scoring result.
2-0 Spurs.
All right, okay.
Even with Tuva playing. Good luck, Tuva, if you do play.
Oh, Man City, Chelsea. You go first on this one. I'm nervous
Man City,
already.
Chelsea.
I'm doing the game as well. I need to really try and stay partial, but I just don't know if I can.
3-1 City.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I hope so.
3-1 City. Especially if Chelsea are going to be as loose with their finishing and stuff. If you can get through that. If they let Asagawa play, like I saw Asagawa play against London City Lionesses, if they let her drop off and do all that, then get the ball into Viv, then get it forward to Caroline, then they're going to get absolutely slaughtered, I think.
I'm going to go 3-2 City.
Right, because Chelsea have got that capability of scoring, but I'm going to go 3-1 City.
Right, okay. Come on.
Nice one.
Nervous already.
You're nervous?
Yeah, I am.
Because if they win that, it's done.
I know.
If they win that, it's done. Yeah.
God.
Right, thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your questions.
Yeah, we really appreciate the questions. You know what? There are a load of questions, and we will get round to probably doing some more of those questions in other shows. So, you know, whatever. Just keep them coming.
Yeah,
and then
keep messaging them
keep them coming. We'll take them, and then we'll see you again next week. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Take it easy, everybody.